Dear students of BCom Part First, today our lecture will be on measures of skewness. Students, statistical average measures the central tendency of the data series means an estimate of the representative value of the series which measures of dispersion shows only the formation of the series. That is, how the various variables in the series scatter away from the center value. Very important for all of us to understand. But these measures do not give an idea about the shape of the series because measures of the average and dispersion are always positive. Therefore, dear students, in order to know about the nature of frequency distribution, measure of skewness is used because even if the measure of average, which means mean, and the standard deviation of two given distribution are the same, it is not necessary that their shape or the form are also the same. Very important for the students of statistics to understand this. In other words, skewness describes the shape of the distribution. Students, when we talk about the types of frequency distribution is of two types: normal distribution and numerical distribution. Students, when we talk about the normal distribution, it is an example of the frequency in the distribution because it increases in the regular order, and after reaching a maximum, these decreases in the same regular order. Examply, when we talk about the types of frequency distribution, and the size may be 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and the distribution A frequency may be 5, 10, 20, 10 and 5. Distribution B frequency may be 4, 14, 12, 11, 9, and distribution C frequency may be 9, 11, 12, 14 and 4. What can be the average? In the distribution A, average will be 8. In the distribution B, X bar is greater than the M and Z, and in distribution C, X bar is less than M and Z. If we go for the positional value, that is Q3 minus Qm, in all the three distributions, minus M minus Q1, or greater than M minus Q1, or less than M minus Q1, skewness will be in the first order, no skewness. In the second order, that is distribution B, positive skewness, and in the distribution C, negative skewness. When we talk about the curve of the distribution, it is a normal in frequency A, it is skewed to the right in the distribution B and skewed to the left in the distribution C. When we talk about the skew distribution, it is the second distribution the frequency do not decrease in the same order in which they increase. Therefore, such distribution is skewed. Value of mean, median, and mode of such distribution are not equal to each other. Therefore, skewness is found in the skew distribution. That is why it is also known as the asymmetrical distribution. Skewness can be either the positive or the negative. When we talk about the meaning and definition of the skewness, by skewness we mean lack of similarity. In order that the frequency distribution is not symmetrical, it is asymmetrical, is known as skew distribution. We have the definitions by Simpson. According to him, skewness is the attribute of the frequency distribution that extends further on one side of the class with the highest frequency on the other. The tendency of the distribution of getting away from symmetry is known as skewness. When we talk about the Croxton and Cowden, the definition states as when a series is not symmetrical, it is said to be asymmetrical or skewed. Similarly, we have to understand about what is the positive skewness. If the second distribution in the above example is pointed on graph paper, we get a curve more than towards the right from the center. Therefore, it is the positive skewness, and the value of the mean of such distribution is always greater than the median, and the median is greater than the mode. Therefore, x bar is greater than m and m is greater than z. The positive skewness made mode comes first, then median, and then mean comes at the last. When we talk about the negative skewness, the third distribution, as explained, when we talk about the distribution of the C frequency, mean of such distribution less than the median and the median is less than the mode. The difference between upper quartile and the median is less than the difference between median and lower quartile. If we go for the curve of the negative skewness, mean comes first, then median, and last comes the mode. When we test the skewness, if there is a skewness in a series, we can be tested the following basis. Relation between averages. It can be tested by sum of deviations. It can be tested by frequency on the two sides of the mode. It can be tested on the distance between median and positional value. And when we talk about the measure of skewness, in order to know the nature and the skewness, various measures of skewed are used. By the absolute measures of skewness, we know about the total size of skewness. Skewness is mean minus mode. Skewness is 3 into mean minus mode. Skewness is Q3 minus M, mean is median, minus median minus Q1, or in other words, we can say Q3 plus Q1 minus 2M. It can be the skewness also to find out. Skewness is Q1 plus quartile deviation minus median. Thank you very much.